Hey everyone, and welcome back. We're diving into something super important for, well, any trader really. Doesn't matter if you're just starting out or you've been at it for years.
Right.
We're talking about backtesting and making solid trading strategies. And get this, we're going to be looking at some real numbers, real examples.
Yeah,
We're going to show you how powerful the right strategy can be.
absolutely.
Oh, and we've got something else really cool to talk about too. True Trading Group has this brand new AI tool.
Oh, yeah.
It's a game changer, and it's already doing better than some of the big names out there, like TradingView.
It's amazing how many traders, especially new ones, they just jump right into the market without a plan.
Yeah.
No plan at all. It's like heading out on a road trip, cross country, without a map, or even knowing where you're going.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Backtesting and having a strategy, those are your map and compass for the markets.
Okay, so let's break it down. What exactly IHI is backtesting, and why should our listeners care?
So backtesting, think of it like a time machine for your trading ideas. You get to test out your strategies on past market data. Before you risk any real money.
Right.
You see how your plan would work, spot any problems, and tweak it, all without blowing up your account.
Makes sense. Especially for someone who's new to this whole thing. Could you maybe give us a simple example?
Sure.
Like, let's say someone wants to trade using those moving averages.
Mhm.
How would they use backtesting to see if that's even a good idea?
Let's look at a classic example, like the simple moving average strategy. Okay, so with this strategy, you buy a stock when its short-term moving average, let's say the 10-day average, crosses above its long-term average, maybe like a 20-day average.
Right.
And you'd sell when the opposite happens. So backtesting lets you simulate this strategy on historical data, like for a certain stock, or a market index.
Uh-huh.
And then you can see how much profit or loss the strategy would have made over a specific time period. It's like a sneak peek into how your strategy could have performed in the past.
So you can see potential profits, 80 losses. That's super helpful.
Right.
But it's not all about the money, right?
Oh, absolutely not. Backtesting can reveal all sorts of important information, like your biggest wins, your biggest losses, how often the strategy actually makes you trade, and something called maximum drawdown.
Maximum drawdown.
Yeah, that's the biggest potential drop your account could have faced.
Oh, yeah.
Knowing about drawdown is crucial. It basically tells you how much risk you're taking with a particular strategy.
Got it. Drawdown, got to keep that as low as possible.
Sure.
But a strategy is more than just an idea. What are the key ingredients, so to speak, of a really strong trading strategy?
A well-defined trading strategy, it's got several essential parts, kind of like a recipe.
Yeah.
You need the right ingredients to make a delicious dish.
Makes sense.
First off, you need a clear time frame. Like, are you using daily charts for those swing trades, or are you looking at 1-minute charts for scalping? Then you've got your signals. These are what tell you when to trade, things like the moving average crossover we talked about.
Okay.
Next is risk management. That's where you figure out your stop loss and take profit levels, got to protect that capital, and lock in those profits.
Ah.
And lastly, you got to consider your starting capital. How much money are you actually working with?
So it's like a puzzle. You need all those pieces.
Mhm.
Time frame, signals, risk management, initial capital. They all work together to make your strategy.
Exactly.
And I'm guessing True Trading Group's AI system, it factors all of this in.
You got it. The incredible thing about True Trading Group's AI system is that it can take plain English requests and turn them into complex training strategies.
Yeah.
You don't have to be a coding whiz. You just tell the AI what you're trying to do, and it builds a strategy for you
Right.
with all those essential elements we just talked about.
Really? So like if I said, hey, AI, I want to swing trade Apple stock. My stop loss is 2% and my take profit is 5%. It could make a strategy based on that.
Exactly. And it goes even deeper. It looks at your risk tolerance, whether you like to scale in and out of positions, even those potential conflicts between multiple signals. It makes sure your strategy is robust and works well.
Wow, that's incredible. Sounds like a total game changer,
It is.
especially for someone who might be feeling overwhelmed by trying to build a strategy from scratch.
Right.
But how does the system stack up against, say, TradingView's Pine Script? A lot of traders use that.
Great question. TradingView's Pine Script is powerful, no doubt. But, well, you need coding knowledge to use it, which can be tough for some.
Yeah.
True Trading Group's AI system, much easier to use. It's like having a pro chef who can whip up a gourmet meal just from your simple instructions instead of having to learn all the fancy cooking techniques yourself.
Okay, so True Trading Group's AI system is more user-friendly. Got
Yeah.
it. But how do the actual results compare?
Good point. One big difference is the accuracy and how realistic the backtesting results are. With PineScript, how accurate it is depends a lot on the coder, on whether they've accounted for every little detail, like slippage, commissions, those warm-up periods for indicators.
Right.
If they miss any of that, the backtest can look way too good and give you a false sense of confidence.
Ah, I see. So with PineScript, you've got more control, but also more responsibility to make sure everything's right.
Exactly. True Trading Group's system has these real-world constraints built in from the start.
Oh, okay.
So your backtest results are more realistic, closer to what you'd actually see when you're trading live.
That's huge, especially for newer traders who might not even know about all those little details.
Exactly. And it means they can trust the system, get more reliable backtesting results.
That makes sense. So PineScript is like what? A blank canvas. You can pick whatever you want, but you need real skill to make a masterpiece.
Great analogy. True Trading Group system is more like, well, it gives you more structure and guidance. It's got built-in features that can handle complex stuff, so you can build sophisticated strategies without writing tons of code.
So it's a balance between flexibility and ease of use.
Yeah.
You get the power to design intricate strategies, but without all the hassle of coding.
You got it. And this ease of use, it benefits both beginners and those advanced traders. For beginners, PineScript can be really intimidating, with all the coding.
Right.
But True Trading Group's AI, it removes that barrier. Anyone can create and backtest strategies using just plain English.
Amazing. Opens up the world of algorithmic trading to so many more people.
Yeah.
But what about the experienced traders, the ones who are comfortable with coding? Do they still benefit from using this system?
Oh, definitely. Even for them, True Trading Group system offers some serious advantages. Like the AI can do the heavy lifting, generate the basic strategy. Then the trader can fine-tune it. They can override specific parameters in the JSON output, make it their own.
So even seasoned traders can get a boost from the efficiency and accuracy of this AI system. It's like having a super smart assistant helping them create and refine their strategies. What if someone's a bit hesitant, though, to fully rely on AI? Can they combine the best of both worlds? AI, NAD, manual coding.
That's a really interesting question. And the answer is yes, absolutely. There's definitely a way to blend those approaches. And that's where True Trading Group system really shines. You can let the AI build that solid foundation with all the necessary parts. And then you use your own expertise, your judgment, to refine it even further. You can tweak specific parameters, add your own filters or signals. Basically, you take what the AI gives you and mold it into a strategy that truly fits your style and risk tolerance.
Best of both worlds, huh? You get that efficiency and accuracy of the AI, but you also keep the personal touch and control of manual customization.
That's the idea.
This is really exciting stuff. I bet our listeners are eager to learn more about how they can start using all this to, improve their trading.
I'm sure they are. And we're going to dive deeper into the practical side of things, real-world examples, in our next segment.
Sounds good.
All right, so let's dive into the nitty-gritty, shall we?
Yeah, let's see how this AI system actually works. Give us some real examples.
Okay, let's say you're interested in swing trading, right? And you want to focus on SPY.
Okay.
You want to use moving averages, A and D, the RSI indicator.
Yeah.
You could tell True Trading Group's AI something like, I want to swing trade SPY. Use the 50-day and 200-day moving averages. Those are my main trend filters.
Okay.
Then for entry confirmation, I want to use the RSI with a 14-day period. I only want to buy when the RSI is below 30, which means it's oversold.
I see.
And let's say I'm comfortable with a 2% stop loss and a 5% profit target.
Wow, that's pretty specific. Can the AI handle all that?
Absolutely. The AI takes that request and turns it into a structured format, defining all the parameters of your strategy. So the output, it would include things like the exact moving average periods, the RSI settings, your stop loss and profit target levels, even the time frame, which in this case is daily.
So it basically writes the code for you, translates your strategy into something the machine can understand.
That's right. And then once the strategy is all set, True Trading Group's backtesting engine kicks in. It simulates trades based on your strategy's rules using historical market data for SPY.
So you get to see how the strategy would have played out in the past, even before you actually trade it.
Exactly. The backtesting engine generates these detailed reports. They show you important metrics like total profit and loss, the number of winning and losing trades, your maximum drawdown, even visual stuff like equity curves. Those track how your account balance, hypothetically, would have grown over time.
So you get a feel for how profitable the strategy could be and how much risk is involved.
Precisely. And here's where True Trading Group's system really shines. It doesn't just backtest one set of parameters. You can tweak it, refine your strategy over and over, test different variations, make it even better.
So you could play around different moving average periods, maybe adjust the RSI settings, even try out different stop loss and profit target levels. See how those changes affect the results?
You got it. The system gives you that freedom to explore, fine-tune your strategy until you're confident it'll do well in the real market.
That's awesome. So
Yeah.
much control. But let's talk about something that a lot of traders, especially new ones, might struggle with. Risk management. How does True Trading Group's AI system handle that? Because it's super important.
Absolutely. It's a make or break thing. Even the best strategies can fail without good risk management. True Trading Group system has built-in safeguards, things to help you manage risk effectively.
Okay, so it helps you avoid making those classic mistakes that could lead to big losses.
That's right. First off, it forces you to use realistic risk parameters. So you can't set those really tight stop losses that might get triggered too early or unrealistic profit targets that are almost impossible to hit. It also has things like drawdown limits built in. Those prevent your account from tanking. Like if your strategy hits that drawdown limit, the system stops trading automatically, protects your capital.
That's a nice safety net, especially for those traders who might get emotional during drawdowns and make impulsive decisions. I've been there.
It happens to the best of us. And the system considers your starting capital, how much risk you're willing to take per trade. It makes sure your position sizes make sense for your account size.
So it helps you figure out how much to trade based on your risk tolerance and how much money you have.
Exactly. Takes the guesswork out of it. And beyond those basic risk management things, True Trading Group's system also handles more advanced stuff, like position scaling and partial profit taking.
Those sound pretty fancy. What exactly are those, and how does the AI handle them?
Sure. Position scaling means you enter and exit trades gradually, not all at once. Like instead of buying 100 shares of a stock right away, you might buy 50 shares first.
Okay,
Then add another 50 if the price moves in your favor.
so you're not risking everything on one entry point.
That's the idea. And True Trading Group's AI system can manage all that. You tell it how you want to scale in or out, like the number of entries, the price intervals, and it handles the rest.
So it automates the whole scaling process, makes it a lot easier to manage. And what about partial profit taking?
Partial profit taking is when you lock in some profits as the price goes up, even if it hasn't hit your final target. For example, you could sell half your position at a 3% profit and then sell the other half at 5%.
So you're taking some money off the table along the way, just in case the trade doesn't reach your final target. Smart.
Right. And True Trading Group's AI can handle this too. You set those profit-taking levels, and the system takes care of selling those portions when the price hits those levels.
It's amazing how much the AI handles all those little details. Traders can focus on the bigger picture.
Exactly. The AI is your trading assistant. It deals with all the complexity so you can make smarter decisions and reach your trading goals.
So it's like having a co-pilot helping you navigate the markets. But earlier we were comparing this system to TradingView's PineScript. Can we talk more about that?
Sure. PineScript is definitely powerful, lots of flexibility and customization. If you're good at coding, you can create almost any indicator or strategy you want. Sky's the limit.
Like a blank canvas, you can paint anything.
Exactly. And that's great for experienced traders who want to build really specific strategies. But that flexibility comes with a cost.
Yeah, I bet it takes a while to really learn PineScript.
Oh, for sure. Steep learning curve. Even experienced coders can spend hours or days trying to get their scripts just right. It can be a real roadblock for new traders or those who don't know how to code.
Right. And on top of that, PineScript doesn't have some of those built-in safeguards, those risk management features that True Trading Group's system has.
That's true. With PineScript, you're more on your own when it comes to managing risk. You have to do all that manually, remember all those details we talked about.
So it sounds like True Trading Group's AI system might be a better place to start for new traders. But what about experienced traders? Is it powerful enough for them?
Absolutely. It's designed for traders of all levels.
This is all so interesting. I'm really seeing the potential of backtesting and AI for everyone. But it would be great to hear how this stuff is being used in the real world. Got any examples?
You bet. In the next part, we're going to shift gears and see how real traders are using these tools to get some amazing results.
Welcome back. We're going to see how all this stuff we've been talking about, backtesting and AI-powered trading, how it's actually being used by, real traders.
Right. Because it's one thing to understand the theory, but seeing it in action, that's really inspiring.
Totally. So, got any stories for us? Real-world examples?
Oh, absolutely. Let's start with one that shows why backtesting is so important, whether you're new or you've been trading for a while. So imagine a trader who's been using the same strategy for years. They've had some success, sure, but there have been some rough patches too.
Yeah.
And they're starting to think, is this strategy still working? Or do I need to change something?
That's a question a lot of traders probably ask themselves.
Mhm.
The markets change all the time, so what worked before might not work now.
Exactly. And that's where backtesting comes in. By backtesting their strategy, this trader can get a much better understanding of its strengths and weaknesses. They can see how it performed in different market conditions, see when it did well, when it didn't do so well, and pinpoint areas where they could maybe improve things.
So it's like a checkup for their strategy. See what's working, what's not.
Perfect analogy. They might find out that their strategy doesn't do so well when the market's really volatile. So then they can tweak their strategy. Add some volatility filters, maybe adjust their position sizing, to manage risk better during those crazy times.
So backtesting helps you adapt to how the market's moving.
Exactly. Now, let's switch gears and talk about AI-powered trading. One really cool example is this hedge fund that's using these machine learning algorithms. They analyze huge amounts of market data, trying to find patterns that humans might miss.
So they're using AI to get an edge, basically.
Exactly. These algorithms, they can handle so much information. Price charts, news headlines, even social media sentiment. And then they turn it all into trading signals.
Wow, so they're using AI to find those hidden connections, things that might predict future price movements.
Right. And get this, these algorithms, they can learn and adapt over time. They use their past trades to get better, refine their strategies.
So it's like having a team of super smart analysts working 24/7 to find the best trades.
That's a great way to put it. And the results, they're impressive. This hedge fund has consistently beaten the market, made some serious returns for its investors.
That's pretty amazing. Shows the power of AI in trading. It's not just some futuristic idea anymore. It's happening right now.
Yeah.
But that level of, sophistication, it sounds like something most traders couldn't access.
Not necessarily. Not everyone has the resources of a hedge fund, true. But there are tools and platforms out there that let anyone use AI. True Trading Group's AI system is a perfect example.
Right. We've talked about all the things it can do, but it's worth repeating. It helps traders of any skill level create, backtest, and refine those complex trading strategies.
Exactly. Newbie looking for some guidance, experienced trader who wants to automate things and make their process smoother, True Trading Group's AI can help.
This has been an awesome deep dive. We've covered a lot, the basic ideas, real-world examples, how it's all being used right now.
Definitely. Hopefully our listeners are feeling inspired to try out these tools, add them to their own trading journey.
I think so. And to wrap things up, I want to leave our listeners with this thought. The trading world, it's always changing. If you want to stay ahead, you got to embrace new things. Backtesting and AI, they're not just trendy buzzwords. They're crucial tools for success in today's markets. So what if you could test your ideas with the same confidence as a pro trader, even if you're just getting started? Think about what you could achieve if you combine the power of AI with solid backtesting.
Couldn't agree more. By using these tools, traders can really understand the markets, make smarter choices, and in the end, get better results.
Well said. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive, everyone. We hope you found it useful and interesting. Happy trading.